Hi, I'm Arlene and I'm back again with another video. Today I am going to be talking about Devotion and Devotion Intense by Dolce Gabbana. And then I'm going to be telling you a little bit about my finances. Okay. Hello and welcome, Glorious Gang. I'm so glad you're here with me. Please, let's get this video up to 50 likes and leave me a comment, share the video, and of course, subscribe. This video is looking dark to me. I'm hoping that it is brighter than what I'm seeing. I thought I had set the camera up on this phone the way that it needed to be set up, but it does not look the same. I don't know what to do. I don't know. Anyway, it updated the phone and I think it messed up the settings, and it's late at night. It's after my work day. I've been working over. That's why you guys haven't been getting any videos. But like I told y'all, I'm trying to pay off that personal loan that I have and my car. I want to do that as fast as I can so that I can be debt free. And I'm putting in a lot of hours and I'm tired. And so I'm going to try to do this video for y'all. I see that I'm chatty. So I'm going to get right into it. Okay. So like I said, I'm dropping stuff already, y'all. Okay. So like I said, I'm going to be talking about devotion and devotion intense. So I have them both. I like them both. Okay, so if you've seen my y'all, I can't think, my fragrance tray video, you would have known that I wore them separately and I wore them on two different halves of my body just to see what I thought about them. So the notes in devotion, it is candied lemon, orange blossom, panna cotta rum, and vanilla. So the main accords are vanilla sweet, white floral, powdery, citrus, lactonic rum. And the nose of these two fragrances are Oliver Cresp with a P. So Devotion is lemony, creamy, pretty. It's sweet. It has an airy fluffiness about it. I can see why they're saying that it's lactonic because of the creaminess. It's a very pretty fragrance to me. I don't get much of the rum. I get the powderiness. And the lemon is just really pretty in this to me. So I get all of that. And the orange blossom. That's Dolce Gabbana Devotion that came out in 2023. And then I have Devotion Intense that came out in 2024. So this is considered an Oriental vanilla. It has hazelnut, orange blossom, and vanilla. I'm not getting the real, okay. It's like I'm not getting the real smell from the top. Now, this one to me is very orange blossom heavy. It's sweet, it's pretty. It has the airy fluffiness about it. I don't think it's as sweet in comparison to the regular devotion. It has this, it's like a powdery, fluffy, sweet fragrance, but it has some density to it. These are really nice to wear. They're pretty girl type of fragrances. If you don't like a very sweet fragrance, you may not enjoy these as much. Now, oh, I didn't tell you the main accords of Devotion Intense. It's vanilla, nutty, white floral, sweet, woody, citrus, powdery, soapy. I don't get soapy. I don't get nutty. Of course, the orange blossom comes through. But as far as like it being floral, I wouldn't say that it's necessary floral. Like I'm not getting any other florals. I am getting that orange blossom. And they smell different to me. The original devotion is lemony. The devotion intense is orangey. The devotion intense reminds me of Kayali's Marrakesh in a bottle, but it's not as sweet as that. No, devotion intense is sweeter. Marrakesh in the bottle is dialed back, but it is beautiful. It's just as beautiful, but it's dialed back. But when you put them side to side, that's when you notice that Devotion Intense is much sweeter. Now, I would say with Devotion and Devotion Intense side to side, I would say Devotion is sweeter than Devotion Intense, where Devotion Intense is more dense, in my opinion. So I don't know if the panna cotta is a like a fluffy cakey note or is it a cookie note? I'm not sure. I don't think I've ever had that dessert or not knowingly. They're pretty. I would say if you like the orangey or citrusy, fluffy, airy, um, marshmallowy type of fragrance, then give them a try. Smell them, spray them on you, walk around the mall, the stores, or whatever, and see if you like either one of them, or if you have devotion already, see if devotion intense is something that you would like to add to your collection. For me, I think they're different enough to have them both. Like I said, I get a lot of lemon in the devotion and I get a lot of orange in the devotion intense. It is in the love don't be shy type of fragrance family. um I would say the orange blossom is probably, I haven't did a side by side, but just by memory, I would say the orange blossom is probably showing up more in these two fragrances. I don't have acro bake. No, is it acro bake? Lemon bake? Whatever it is. The acro fragrance that is by Oliver Cresp, that's in the same type of fragrance family. I don't have that one. Um, what I can say, Centra by, y'all, I'm having a brain fart. Centro by Memo. I think it's Memo Paris. It's in the same family, but Centra has that green um note running through it that these two do not have. So, yeah, I enjoy them both. I think they're different enough to have them both. That's why I have them both. But I would also say get a sample, try them out, and compare the two. Because maybe they're too similar for you to have them both. I don't know. Okay, now smelling them one more time. There is like a almost caramel creaminess that's coming out in the Devotion Intense. It's good. Yeah, I'm glad I have them both. Oh, let me tell you the notes. So, what I wrote down for Devotion, I said lemon, cake, cookie, yummy, fluffy cake, sweet. And then for the Devotion Intense, I said orange, not nutty, fluffy, creamy, marshmallow, sweet. So, those were the notes that I wrote down um, before I started talking about this, when I actually did the side by side. Now we're going to get into my finances. So I did give myself a $400 budget for fragrances. I think I did stay pretty close within that range. Um, so for the Devotion Intense, I used $50 of Fetch rewards, the equivalent of $50. And then I also had $18 from Ulta rewards program. And so I end up paying about $80 for the fragrance out of pocket. So that helped me to stay within the range. Um, and so I did buy Bath and Body Works for myself and my boys when they had their sale, that $5.95 sale. I think everything was $5.95. And then I also bought Minnie Mouse, which is like $200. So that kept me in the $400 range. So, update from what I paid and what I said I would talk about. So the last time I told you that my car, I still owed $19,600 on my car. On the loan that I have, I owed $20,500. So I've been putting as much money as I can towards that personal loan. So between payments and like money going towards the principal and money going towards the interest, which is a lot now that I'm paying attention, I am down to $19,950 on my personal loan. And on my car loan, I'm down to $19,195, which is a total of $39,145 that I still owe, or that I'm still in debt for. Now, when I started at 44,100 because that included my MasterCard credit card that I paid off. I took money from my savings account and paid that off, or helped me pay it off. So I did say I was going to tell y'all how my Acorns account is going. So from the last time I spoke to you, I did not write down the exact amount. Let's see. Did I write it somewhere? Okay, so the last time I spoke to you, I told you that my Acorns account had $10,368 in it. And now, between the interest and the deposits, or my rate of return plus the deposits that I put in, it's at $10,733. So I'm happy about that. So let's talk about some tips that I've learned. So one of the people that I've listened to lately is the Budgetnista, and why I can't think of her name, I did not write it down. She's very popular on Facebook. I remember seeing her on Facebook years ago. Um, very popular. I actually met her earlier this year at a retreat that I went on with Karen Hunter. She's from the radio on Urban View. I did a retreat with her, and the Budgetnista was there. I can't think of that lady's first name. Very friendly, down to earth, all of the things. But I was watching an interview with her. And so what she talked about, as many other financial people to try to help you get out of debt and try to talk to you about earning, investing and saving, and like I just said, getting out of debt. They tell you to put stuff on auto pay. Auto pay is your friend. And if you heard me talk about my finances the first time, I told you I thought I was just doing good because I had all my credit cards on auto pay, and I was like, I don't have to think about it. They're all being paid, until I thought about the interest. And now it's like, I don't want to say it's an obsession, but it's almost an obsession. Cause I'm like, I gotta pay that loan off. I'm paying too much interest. But anyway, it's driving me in the right direction. But auto pay is your friend. It's basically like a set it and forget it. Put it on auto pay. You don't have to worry about it because you set it up. If you set them up right, you setting them up before the due date so that everything can be paid in advance. And hopefully, if you're working to pay things off, you're paying more than you owed. And so you can use the set it and forget it type of formula to pay off debt and also to start investing. And you can do that. I'll tell you what I'm doing now. I know I'm paying off debt, but I'm also investing. A lot of times, the financial people would tell you just to like focus on paying all your debt off and then invest. But I'm 53 years old. I have to continue to invest because I am trying to invest for retirement, and I need the time in the market for that money to grow. If you're a younger person, you may can go down to the bare minimum of your investments. Like if you have a job that matches, you might just want to put that small amount in to match and then focus all your money on paying off your debts. But I would suggest, in my opinion, if you're older and you still need money to grow, depending on how much debt you have, I would say try to do both. And because the interest on the debt that I have, the highest one is 13.99%. I'm doing both. Because traditionally for this year, I've been earning more interest in my investments, more than 13.9% overall. And so I see that I still need to continue to let my money grow while I'm paying off debt. Okay, so the Budgetnista. So she talked about when she was paying off her debt, she did the snowball. So the snowball is when you have, and I may have talked about this before, but I'm going to go over it again because it never hurts. I don't know who's seen me before and who's seeing me now, but for me, as I heard things over and over and over, and even teaching classes about money, we have a class that I teach in the union. It's called Money Matters, and it talked about these things, and I slowly incorporated everything. And so repeating does help. Anyway, so the snowball effect. The snowball, you take your smallest debt, pay that off first so you can have those wins. Say if you owe something that's $200, you owe something that's 1,000, something that's 5,000. You say, I'm going to pay off my $200 debt first. And now I'm going to work on this $1,000 debt. And then I'm going to work on this $5,000 debt. But your $200 debt may have been a $50 payment, whereas the $1,000 may be $100 payment, and the $5,000 may be a $250 payment. So you paid off the $200, that's $50, and you're still paying that $100 and the $250 on those other two accounts. So after you pay off that $200, you take that $50, add it to the $100 payment that you were making. So now you're paying on that $1,000 loan, you're paying $150 plus the $250 that you owe on the $5,000 payment. So when you get done paying your $1,000 payment of $150, you add that to the $250, which would now be what, $400? Is that right? Y'all, 3, 4, yeah. So now that $250 for the $5,000 loan would now be $400 that you're paying towards that debt. And so that's the snowball. And like I said, when you need some wins and then it's showing you that yes, you can continue you have follow through, you're paying off the debt, you're seeing that you can do it, that is a ego booster to many people. And so that's why that snowball payment plan is so effective. One thing that the Budgetnista did say, while you're trying to pay off your debt and also increase your credit score, like say that $200, say that small credit card, you might have, say, I'm going to use Sirius Radio. I got to call them. Sirius Radio, I think right now they're charging me like $23. So I could put, say, that on that $200 card. It's a small charge that I can pay off every month. So she suggested that you put a small charge on one of your credit cards and pay it off every month religiously. The credit bureau sees that as a win and it boosts your credit score. So she talked about doing that. Something small that you can make sure that you pay off every month with no problem as you are paying off the rest of your debts. That helps to boost your credit score. I'm going to say that that's probably true because I think I did mention on the other video that I did with the Mickey Mouse that as the reporting for my credit cards that were paid off by that personal loan came through, my credit score has gone way up. Y'all, I'm excellent. And I told y'all I was range bound. Now my credit score is excellent, which I'm happy about, but I don't plan on buying anything. So I just got to keep it there for a while. So that is good. I'm happy about that. So then she also talked about after you get used to doing the snowball method, you may want to change over to the avalanche method, which is primarily what I've done in my own life without even thinking about it. I have the personal loan, which is a 13.99, basically 14% interest rate. My car loan is 7.5 or something like that. Or 7 point, I don't know, 7 point something. I think I told y'all last time. But anyway, that's besides the point. What I've done is started to focus on y'all see I talked my hands. I started to focus on paying off that personal loan because of the interest. So I've changed over to the Avalanche without even thinking about it. Um, because if I pay that one off faster, I'll be paying less in interest. And so I've been putting the extra money on more extra money on the personal loan. Oh, then, which this does not relate to me at all, but she said sometimes you may even have to go deeper with it because money isn't just to be spent, or it's not just thought of like that. Sometimes money is emotional. People have emotions attached to money. And she was saying, like, say if you borrowed from an aunt, your grandmother, your mother, or whoever, somebody that's dear to you, you borrowed money from them, but you're focused on paying off all of these other people or other things, entities, and you haven't focused on paying off the person that may have lent you money. So she was like, once you get that under control and you see that you have a pattern going, you may need to pay off the person that you borrowed money from to keep those relationships flowing. And just like, say if you borrow money from your mother may never ask, or your father, they may never ask you for the money, but to keep peace and have a good rapport with your family or whoever, pay them back, because that's more of an emotional connection when you're paying off your debts. So those were some of the tips that she gave. I didn't write down any of her information as far as how where to reach her at. I guess I can look that up after the video. But the last video that I did put in the notes about different financial people that I look to get advice and get a lot of investment advice from them, and what's going on with the markets and all of that kind of stuff. I put that in the last video that I did. That's the one with the Mickey Mouse perfume. Okay, so this video is almost 30 minutes. So I'm gonna leave it there. I hope you oh no, I did have something else I wanted to say. So real quick, with Ramit Sethi, he talks about the rich life. So I'm switching gears. So I did write down some of the things that I want to be part of my rich life. If you've been watching my channel, or if you know me in real life, you know I like to travel. So one of the things in my rich life, I want to travel around the world. So this is like the biggest dream, or if you just had unlimited amount of resources, you could do whatever you want. That would be one of the things I want to do. I want to take a trip around the world. Preferably, in my mind, a cruise. I would love to cruise around the world. I don't know. I've looked into it. They have different lengths that you can do it. And I haven't focused in on the length, but that's one of the things that will be part of my rich life. Also, I like to dance. So I would take like dance lessons, as far as like say ballrooming or Chicago stepping, those type of dances. I would take that class. And another thing that I want to do, I'm not sure. This one is kind of iffy. I'm thinking I want to buy like a ranch condo in my retirement, but that's kind of iffy. And I talked about the housekeeper. Oh, another major thing as far as travel go, I want to be able to stay in a country, or even if I'm traveling around the United States, I would like to stay in the area for about a month to get to know what it's like, to really see the sights, to really um take in the culture, the people. That's something that I would love to do. I would love to be able to travel to places and stay there for extended times. So that's part of my rich life, which involves a lot of traveling. And I will go further into some of the things that I would love to do as my money grows and my resources become better and I get closer to retirement. All right. Thank you guys. Thanks for watching. Please like, share the video, especially share it with people that may be in their late 40s, their 50s, and they're thinking about retirement. I know some people don't want to retire. That's not me. I want to retire. They might be thinking about retirement and thinking maybe they don't have time. You have time. You have time to save, y'all, and get it together so you can enjoy your rich life. All right. Thanks for watching. Bye bye.